come back and refer to this recording if you've missed anything. So on the intranet, you'll see under quick links, there is now a new link here, Moodle 2.3 training server. Okay? So you just click in there, and it takes us to an instance of Moodle that we've set up that's got the 2.3 technology within it. So it's on the new version of Moodle. You can just log in using your regular username and password here. Okay. And when you get in there, you'll see, I haven't got it at the moment, but on your lists, you should have a link to the What's New in Moodle 2.3 course. And you'll also probably have a link to one or two sandpits. So the What's New in Moodle 2.3 course is the course to learn the new features of Moodle 2. Okay? And when you get in there, it looks like this. I'm just getting in there now. Alrighty? And I've got different sections, and each of the sections highlights the new feature that we want you to learn. Alrighty?
Yep.
Is that clear?
Yes, it is.
Good. Thank you, Anna. So, yes, following on. Good. So each of these areas have got something that we want you to look at in the new version of Moodle 2.3. And we'll be running through them over the next hour or so. I'll just be quickly briefing you on what it is and how it works. And in your own time, feel free to come back in here. You'll see for this, let me just click on one of these links here. This is a video of me demonstrating this one of the new features, drag and drop upload. And basically it's a video of me doing something using the new feature of Moodle 2.3. So feel free to come back in your own time and just replay these when you need to. 2.3 is not live already, but it will be coming Monday. And actually, I think I may have missed something on my PowerPoint. I'll just come back to it and see if there's a page there I missed. Yeah, I did. 2 pages. Hey, look, so here's some of the general information about Moodle 2.3. We'll be upgrading to it on December the 10th, which is this Monday coming up. And that means that Moodle will be unavailable between 9 and 3. Okay? So don't even try and log on to Moodle on Monday. It won't be there. We'll be going through the upgrade process. All courses and all content sitting in Moodle so far will just be upgraded automatically. You don't need to do anything. It'll just happen. It's an automated process. It just takes some time for that to happen during that upgrade process. The thing about Moodle 2.3 is that it does look and feel like old Moodle. Of course, there's some of these new features that we'll be talking about shortly. So it just looks and feels and acts just like the Moodle that you're used to, along with those new features. And I think your students probably won't even notice the difference with the new Moodle. So on the whole, there shouldn't be too much of a big changes. What you know now should be transferable to Moodle 2.3. For next year, in terms of rolling courses, we've decided to take a slightly different approach this year. We are just going to roll everything. And what we've done is we've either sent lists to your deans or program managers, and they're coming back confirming what courses they don't want rolled. But in the meantime, we're moving ahead anyway, and we're just going ahead and rolling everything. And for those that didn't need to be rolled, we'll just remove them afterwards. It just makes sense that we get onto the work as soon as we possibly can. So that's happening right now. Before I start demoing some of the new features, I just might quickly get us to introduce ourselves, because I'm already getting a dry throat and I feel like I've talked a bit too long already. So what I'm going to do is just open up a whiteboard, and it'll just be a completely blank screen. Can everyone see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good. And on the bottom, you can see there's some icons where you can do things on that screen. If you click on the icon that's got the A with a kind of dotted box around it, it allows you to type on the screen. So on the screen, I just want you to type your name and where you're from. So I'm just going to type down the bottom here. Okay, so everyone can put their name up on the board. And you'll notice everyone goes to the top left corner, so you might need to drag your bits to a blank part of the screen. Excellent. Oh, good to see that everyone could manage that. Anyone else that we're missing anyone on this board? So if you're not too sure what to do, if you haven't put your name up there already, just click on that symbol with the A and the sort of dotted lines around it. Okay. And while you're adding your contribution to the board, I might just invite someone at random to introduce themselves, and I'm going to be really logical and start at the top. Catherine, would you just like to tell us who you are, where you're from, and what your interest is in Moodle right now?
Oh, hello everyone. I think most of you have met me. I work here in the library at Porirua, and I'm also the library that supports the distance students, and that includes our Wellington campus. At present, I'm really involved using Moodle with a lot of nursing tutors, and we're setting up journal clubs for the Year 1 and Year 2 students in Bachelor of Nursing Pacific and Māori. So,
Great.
thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. Anna, we'll swing over to you.
Well, my name's Anna Simmons. I teach on the Office Systems programs here, Level 2 and Level 3, and also I have flexi distance students to look after as well. This year we went completely on Moodle for pretty much everything for our Level 2 program, where students access their resources plus their assessments, and once they've they complete their assessments online, so they're typing answers to questions, and when they've finished they can upload their files through Moodle as well, and we mark on, we can mark their work and upload their marked files so they can access it and do whatever they need to do with them, and it's really fantastic. So, onwards and upwards, really.
Hey, thank you, Anna. Excellent. I might ask that we keep it a bit more brief in the next introductions. Chrissy.
Yeah, I'll be real brief. Kia ora, Chrissy, Postgraduate Nursing Mental Health. I've been asked to do the Moodle for 2013, so that's my interest. And Catherine, congratulations from your scholarship that you received. And I'm going to be doing some training with Catherine about putting ETV on Moodle as well, so lots of technology stuff going on.
Thank you, Chrissy.
That's me.
Thank you, Chrissy. Mida.
Hello everyone. I'm teaching, facilitating 3 papers across the 2 levels, level 2 and 3, Bachelor of Nursing Pacific. I'm interested with Moodle and putting up quizzes with one of the papers, which is bio-nursing, with the level 7, so that's the year 3 nursing students. And also I've worked with Catherine, so thank you Catherine for working with me with the Journal Club with nursing research, and looking forward to work with here for next year to set up for the next lots of students in year 2. Thank you, it's me.
Thank you, Mida. And let's move down to Norma Linda.
Hi everyone, I'm Norma Linda, and I don't use Moodle, so I should.
Great. Maybe something a challenge for you in 2013.
Absolutely. I'm interested in the clinical portfolio when the students are up on clinical and being able to upload those online rather than having to hand in big folders.
I've got something for you, Linda. Come and talk to me.
Okay, thanks then.
Great, thank you. Helen. I can see you typing a book there. Helen, we can't hear you. Just remember to unmute yourself. Okay, we might come back to Helen if she discovers her mute button.
I think she's got people in her room, so she can't talk.
Oh, right. So she's giving us a little... so I know Helen, she's been here for a long time. She is working on Foundation Health Maths. Thank you, Helen. Thank you very much. And she's working in Kapiti today. Bernie. Can't hear you, Bernie.
Is that better? Can you hear me?
Just very quiet. You might need to turn your volume up. That's a bit better. Oh no, you're still quite quiet, Bernie. Hey Bernie, I'll come back to you. We'll just skip over to Rachel. See if you can sort your volume out there, Bernie.
Okay, so I run the publishing program. We've got a fully face-to-face course here in Wellington and then another strand that's entirely online. And so we've been using Moodle ever since it began.
Great.
We'd like to get it better at it.
Maybe we could get webinars in your course there, Rachel. It might be a nice thing to add.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool. Jane. Jane. Okay, I think we've got some audio problems here with Jane. Clinton.
Hey Dan, hi everyone. I'm Clinton. I'm fairly new in the online learning center, so this is part of my training session as well. So I'll be assisting Dan and yeah, in the future with any of you guys that will need help with Moodle especially. So yeah, that's about it for me.
Great. Thanks, Clinton.
Cheers.
Hey, and great to have us all here today, folks. I'm wondering if we can hear from Bernie now.
Is that better? Can you hear me?
That's much better. Bernie, go for it.
I've just discovered a little switch on my mic.
Oh, good.
Okay, all right. So we're very much into using quizzes and also getting them to they actually file material on Moodle, which we then assess. So I'm just wanting to get better at that, but also sort of using the whole scope that Moodle offers, really, because I do feel we only use a certain part of it, the part that we've got good at, and yeah.
Cool. So I certainly, Bernie, and for everyone else, Moodle 2.3 brings along some features that just make it a whole lot easier to use.
Okay.
Some of the really some things you think were quite simple, that should be simple, but would take about 20 clicks. They've made some refinements there. So I'm just going to flip back to sharing my screen again so that I can show you what I'm doing. And I'll just move this out of the way, and behind it I've got that course again. So I kind of went all over the place there, apologies, but now we're back here. Okay? Now, this first section up the top here, is everyone seeing this okay?
To be honest, I'm having a few problems. How do I get into this bit?
Okay, it's on the intranet.
Yeah, I've gone into it, into Moodle 2.3.
I'm not suggesting that you do it while I'm doing it, Catherine.
Okay, fine.
It's probably quite challenging, but certainly if you need further support, just contact one of us in online learning and we'll help step you through that if you're not too sure where to go.
Okay, I did say I'm only average.
Oh, good on you. Thank you. Now, you can see at the moment I'm using Internet Explorer, and it's this blue icon down the bottom here. Now, in my opinion, folks, Internet Explorer is probably one of the crappiest browsers that's out there. Unfortunately, it's the browser that's installed by default on all of our computers. But to take advantage of some of the new features of Moodle 2.3, we need to use a more modern browser. So what I've got here in this top section are installation files for Firefox Portable or Google Chrome Portable. Now, what's the portable part? The portable part means that these particular softwares can be installed anywhere. You don't need to have special permissions, administrator access and all that kind of thing. You can install it on a memory stick if you want to. And then you can take that memory stick and whatever your computer you use, you can just plug that memory stick in and use those portable software wherever you go. So I tend to use Firefox, and I've got it installed here, and you can see this Firefox symbol on my taskbar down below. And you can see here Firefox eating IE because Internet Explorer is a really crap browser. Okay? And to do that, you just click on one of these installation files, because I'll just reiterate, Internet Explorer 9, the version that we're using right now, and I'll show you where you can get that version. If I go over here, I'm using Internet Explorer 9, doesn't have the latest technologies for web stuff. Yet Firefox and Google Chrome does. There's probably a few people out there that do use Google Chrome. It's a very popular browser now, and certainly Firefox is my preferred browser. So if you want to take advantage of some of these features, you need to install one or either of these softwares. Next year, Internet Explorer 10 will be released. It's already on the latest version of Windows, Windows 8. You might have heard all about it on the news. So it is out there and available, but it's not yet ready for those of us using Windows 7 or Windows XP, but it will be early next year. In the interim, install either Firefox or Google. And to do that, I'll just show you how to install Firefox. I just click on here, okay, and it's going to download it, and you'll get a box like this down the bottom in Internet Explorer, and then I'll just go Save As, and I'll put it on my desktop, okay. First, it's going to download that, and I'll just minimize my screen. It's actually come over here somewhere, and it'll come up as an icon on the screen like this. So what you do is just double click it, and it comes up with the installation window. We go next, and by default it wants to install on your desktop in a folder called Firefox Portable. So I'm going to go OK. It's going to install that, take a couple of minutes, and we go finish, and you'll notice it's actually created a folder. I've got two monitors here, so I have to drag it from one monitor to the other. And there's the folder. And in that folder, it's got Firefox Portable.exe, and I just double click that, and it opens up, and it just opens up just another browser. Okay. Now to go to the training server, it's actually Moodle 2.3 and that's the address for the training server. I'll just put it in the chat window for you. You can put that in your notes or whatever. But Firefox just works just like any other browser, but it's got some newer technologies that works better with Moodle 2.3. So I just log in there. This works exactly the same as what you're used to. And it's actually the browser I use when I'm at home. And if I go to the What's New course, you can see I can just use this browser just like Internet Explorer. So I don't use Internet Explorer anymore. How do I get it onto my bar? That's a good question. Probably the first thing I would, once you've loaded it up, you can right click, and then you can, if you're using Windows 7 like me, and you go pin this program to my taskbar, and it stays there all the time. Okay? It's a good question there, Helen. You can do that with any application. I could do it with Linksy. Pin this to my taskbar, and it will stay there all the time. So that's just a little tip for anyone. So that's what you need to do first of all. Just follow these instructions and install either Firefox Portable, the files there, or this Google Chrome Portable. I'm not going to go through Google Chrome. So yes, even though it's a portable application, you can add it to your taskbar. If you did install it on your memory stick, even though the icon will show on your taskbar, you'd need to have your memory stick in your drive there, plugged into your computer. Does that answer your question there, Bernie? Yeah, thank you. So that's all about the browser. Okay, now I'm going to move down to drag and drop upload. So this is the first feature of Moodle 2.3. You probably remember on old Moodle, the process of uploading a file into Moodle was about 20 clicks. It took about 20 clicks to get a file onto Moodle. You had to click add a resource on the drop-down menu, file, then go to the file picker, and then click upload a file, then click browse, and then you have to go through all your folders and files and find what you're looking for, and then click upload. And then you have to do that for every single file that you want to put on your Moodle course. Now, using some of the newer technologies in modern browsers, you can drag and drop files from your desktop onto your Moodle course. So I'll just demonstrate it here quickly for you. With my editing turned on, so editing's coming on now, and we can see all the editing symbols. What I'm going to do is just open up a, I'll go somewhere, my P drive, okay? I've got lots and lots of stuff in here, and I'll just drag and drop some files onto this Moodle course. I'm just going to arrange my stuff around a bit here. So I can just drag and drop files on there now, okay? Do you see that?
Wow, that is fantastic.
Yeah, so I'll do some more. Oops, I didn't.
Very cool.
That is brilliant. I thought it would be just within Moodle itself, so this is fantastic.
Oh, it's much better. So
It's quite easy. Very good.
very easy. So that was just sort of one file at a time. I'll try multiple files now. So let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up files. And there we go. Okay, all at once.
Wow.
Very quickly.
Does that make it easier?
Makes it a
That
lot.
would just
That's cool.
reduce the time spent.
I reckon. So let's try some other files. Let's do some PowerPoints, okay?
So, Dan, if you want to delete it, you just go to cross.
Just go to the cross as usual.
Cross. Okay.
Okay, delete.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good questions.
Just in case you drop on a thing that you're not supposed to.
Yeah. So you can see I can do these PowerPoints too. They go up really easily. Okay, nice and easy. What you can't upload though are folders. So even though it tries, so if I try and upload a folder here, let's try, I don't want to get something too big. I'll try this one here. It will try, but you'll get this error message, okay? And then it ends up going around and round and round and round doing nothing. So if you ever do an error, upload a folder, and you get stuck in this going around business, just refresh your page, just reload the page, and that will disappear and won't be an issue anymore. Okay, so I've done Word documents and PowerPoint.
Dan, is that the same for a zip file?
A zip file?
Yeah, have you tried it with a zip file?
Yeah, zip files are a bit different, so what I'll do, I'll just zip a few files up. Let's zip a few of these Word documents up. I'll create a zip file, and I'll call this Word. Zip files, for those that don't know what they are, they're kind of a compressed format that puts a whole lot of files into the one file. Okay, you can see in that zip file there's all these Word documents. And when you drag that on there, when you've got zip files, it actually gives you some options. So you can unzip the files and create a folder, or just point to one file within that zip file. Swarm, I won't talk about that, but that's another technology that comes across as zip. And you can do stuff with Swarm as well. Come and talk to me if you want to know what Swarm is. But if I just want to create a folder, I'll select the top one, and then it's made a folder with all those files in it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. You also notice it's got some better associated thumbnails for the file types. So Word looks really clear now, and PowerPoint, etc.
So then, with the previous Moodle, there wasn't any drag and
No drag and drop.
Oh, okay, so that's a new one.
That's a new one.
Cool.
So I'm going to try.
Does that work the same with your image? I can see your image there. Is that the same? So if you had an image, you could just drag and drop it in there, or is that slightly different?
Images files are just the same as any other file.
Yeah.
Just see if I've got any images around. I'm not too sure what this one is. Okay, that's just that. That's the image I've got here. So I'll drag that on to here. Of course, I've got to turn my editing on. Oh, you know what? I'm in the wrong browser. Sorry. So that's an image. It's not going to show up. That's been put inside a label, but if I click on it, it will show that image. Okay?
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it always does that with images anyway.
Yeah.
But certainly, the other area that you'll find where drag and drop upload has been enabled are in other areas where you attach files. Someone's asked a question about drag and drop. It's a copy Linda, so Moodle always copies files, okay? So how we put image on the screen. These are labels, so wherever you want to add a label, like for example at the top of every topic is a default label, and if I click in there, you can see here this is the content I've put inside that label, and we just use this icon here to insert the image, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we go through this process that we used to. So you can still upload files in the old way, but I'm sure I'll be using drag and drop wherever possible because it's so much faster. I'm aware of time. We've probably talked too much, done other things, but I'll just quickly show you where drag and drop's been enabled as well. So in a forum, for example, and say you want to attach something to a forum post, you can now drag and drop into the file picker area. Okay?
Cool.
So if I wanted to drag
That's very good.
in there, you can see it's dragged that. I've dragged that file into this. And if I go file, forum post the forum.
Yeah.
And drag and drop's been incorporated in all those areas. So that's an attachment to the forum, okay?
Cool, that's very good.
It is very cool. I'll just delete that post so it doesn't get emailed to everyone. And also, for the students, they can use that feature within their within
I was going to ask that, are they able to, you know how I was just saying before that the students upload their completed assessments, are they able to do the drop at,
drag and drop
for that?
Yes. So wherever there's a place to upload files, drag and drop's now an option.
Beautiful.
So for example, in the My Private Files area, some of you might not know what that is, but it's more or less a student feature, a place where they can upload files and access them again online.
Fantastic, yeah.
If we go in there, you can see also they get this area where they can drag and drop their files. So I'll just quickly demo that again. I'll do four or so files. Okay, and they just drag and drop in there, real simple.
Fantastic.
Really fantastic. So I'm really happy with this new feature. I hope you enjoy it too.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely fantastic.
I'm not sure about Turnitin, Chrissy. That's something I'm going to follow up and have a look. Good question. Okay. Cool. Now notice sometimes when we upload files, I'm going to move on to the next section now, quick update icon. Sometimes when we upload files, the file names can be a little bit cryptic. If you look inside my P drive, I've probably got about 100 document ones. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay? Things like 38.doc. I mean, what does that mean to a student? So what you can do now is quickly update the name of a title without having to completely go in and click the update icon there. There's this new one called the quick update icon. It's this black pencil. So I can just quickly go in there and now give it a quick name, okay, without having to completely reload. Without having to completely click into that pencil, which takes a day and an age to load the page, you can see, and then I can update the name there. You can now update it on the fly using the quick update icon.
Excellent.
Yeah, makes things a lot easier.
It does.
So, click there, and I can say, oh, this is a resource, reading. I'm just making up titles here. Okay? And give them a more descriptive name so that your students know what they're clicking into. Helen said, what about updating the doc? If you wanted to update the document there, you'd have to remove it and drag and drop another file on top. Does that answer your question, Helen? Thank you. So I'll need to go through and clean up this course afterwards because I've put a whole bunch of files on there now. So that's drag and drop and quick update icon. You're likely to be using those together. And just to reiterate, these little players here is just audio of me talking through this text. Okay, and this link here, or this item, is just a video demonstrating basically what I've showed you today, really, but and just demonstrating that particular feature. And there's other ones here. Okay, ready to move on?
Yes.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Cool. So remember, you can come back into the training server and practice all this stuff. Just get myself a drink. The activity chooser. Yes, you can drag and drop videos as well, any file type. Be aware though, sometimes your default Moodle settings, under edit settings on your settings block, this is kind of like your control panel where you do things for your course. We've imposed a 100 megabyte default limit on file sizes. So just be aware if your file is bigger than 100 megabytes, you might have to come into your edit settings and increase that. You can go up to 1,000 megabytes or 1 gigabyte. So that should be plenty. And we have got the option of increasing this if we need to, although it's never a good idea to put huge files on the internet.
No, they go very slow otherwise.
They go very slow and people have to pay for their gigabytes, so we don't want to use up all their bandwidth. So, yep, good questions. So I'm going to move on now to the activity chooser. Now, you may remember, this is old Moodle, so you've got these drop down menus, edit resource, add an activity. Okay, we're used to that. But now, we've actually got this new one, okay? A combined add an activity or resource menu. And I can turn that on and off depending on what you prefer. I'll be using the new feature. The new activity chooser is now in a window like this. Excuse me. And when you select one of the activities or resources, you get a description of what that is on the right side here. Okay, so it gives you some idea of what it's all about, and then some links to additional help. I think this will be really useful for teachers that don't use Moodle on a regular basis and forget whether what they're trying to add to their courses is an activity type or is it a resource, and deciding the best tool fit for purpose. So this here should give you a bit further explanation and an idea of what you're looking for. Okay, nice simple update there, but probably well overdue. So if I wanted, for example, to add a turn-in assignment activity to my course, I just click there and then go add, and then it comes up with the familiar window that we're used to. So we just go through and set this up as per usual. Alrighty?
Lovely.
Okay, so that's the activity chooser. I'm going to skip file picker and I'm going to go to force save before leaving. So this is a long overdue feature really. It should have been back in Moodle 1. But have you ever had someone come in and ask, I'll come back to you soon, Helen, with your question, when they may have filled in a form on Moodle, like a forum post or something, and then they accidentally clicked a link on the screen and then they lost everything. So we've had quite a few students come into our office in tears because they had just spent the last 6 hours writing a really detailed forum post, and then with a slip of the mouse they click somewhere on the page and it's loaded the next page and they've just lost everything. There's nothing we can do in that circumstance. The computer's lost all that information and we have to tell them to start again. Well, finally they've put in a new feature to stop that from happening. So if I just open up a forum here, and you'll see, particularly for some of our diploma and degree courses, they have some quite in-depth forum activities, and they might need to write, almost an essay with references in the forum. And if they, for some reason, click somewhere on the screen or close the window accidentally, all that information's gone. Well, now we've got this force save before leaving feature. So say if I was typing away and I really meaningful stuff here, and I accidentally clicked on a link, we now get this dialogue, okay, which didn't used to be there. And it's saying, what do you want to do? Do you want to leave the page or do you want to stay on the page? So now we get a bit of a warning. We're not going to lose everything just from a simple mistake of a click. And I can stay on the page, and there goes my content, it's still there. But if I did want to leave, I can just click the leave page. Okay? It's just like an intermediary step, so that if you've accidentally clicked the link, it's not just going to lose everything you've been typing up for the last 6 hours or so. So that's the force save before leaving. That dialogue will pop up wherever you're doing stuff. Cool, thank you, Catherine. Helen, does it explain how to make quizzes? In relation to Helen, I'll let you come back with me with another question, and in the meantime I'll just move on. Additional user interface improvements. So I hope you enjoy my little comic on the right there. Yes, we're going to be putting toilets on your desks from now on, okay? Connected to Moodle even. No.
Yeah, right.
So you'll see dragging items and blocks. Now, dragging items in Moodle 2.3 is a hell of a lot easier than it was in Moodle 1. So when you're actually moving stuff around, you can see where they're going to drop now, okay? And it makes it more intuitive and easier to see where you're putting things. Helen, I'll have to come back to you. If you don't mind, I'll give you a call and we'll talk about that one there. Great. Thank you, Helen. Thank you. So now dragging things around Moodle is a lot easier. If you did this a lot, you would remember there was this a line that told you where things were going to drop, and you'd think you're dropping it here and it'll end up halfway down the page. So now it just goes where you want it to go. Another thing you can do is you can also drag and drop your blocks around, and you couldn't do that in Moodle, the current Moodle we've got. So now that's really easy to do. Dragging and dropping. Yeah. And that's essentially most of the updates on Moodle 2.3. Updates to make your life a lot easier. And I think we're going to be seeing more of these updates. So that's the dragging and items and blocks around Moodle. That's now much easier. There's also this remove add course section. At the bottom of your course sites, you'll notice there's now a plus and a minus. Okay? This just allows you to add and remove topics on the fly. Rather than having to go into your edit settings and waiting for that page to load, you can kind of do it when you need them. So if I needed an additional topic at the bottom here, I can click on plus, and that'll just give me another topic to play with. There's actually a topic in there buried underneath, so I can just keep adding or removing. Okay, so plus, there goes another topic. And if I need to remove them, I just click minus. And if you removed, let's say, I'll remove this topic, but let's say I accidentally click minus here, and there's content in there. What happens is that the content's still sitting there, but it's in the background. For any items within that section, they get put into this area down the bottom called orphaned activities, the poor orphan child. So this doesn't have a parent. So basically that's just saying there's activities here that don't belong to a topic. But the topic's still there, it's just hidden in the background. So hitting plus will just bring it back. Okay? So don't worry about losing stuff that you've created. It's still sitting there in the background.
Cool.
Good. Moving ahead, I'm aware of the time. New course formats. So at the moment, I might just need to pop out to another course. There's the popular term with Moodle, the scroll of death. Has everyone heard that term before and knows what it means?
No, I haven't heard it before.
The scroll of death?
Yeah, I know that when you scroll and something happens and it dies, yeah.
So the scroll of death is about, let me just bring up a course here, so some of us know what it all means. Yeah, scrolls forever. So let's see if we've got a scroll of death course here. Yes, we have. I just about had a heart attack scrolling my mouse roller down that page.
Okay, right, yes, yes.
And the scroll of death, which is inherent with Moodle, you start adding content, you add more and more and more, the next thing you know you've got to scroll down a hell of a lot more. Yeah. I think it's probably less of a problem now that we've got these mouse rollers on our mice, but in the old days it was all using the scroll bar along the side here, and it became quite onerous to go up and down the page. What they've done is they've got this new feature in there. If we go to edit settings, that helps reduce the scroll of death. So under edit settings, there is this area here called course layout, show all sections on one page. You can chuck that down to show one section per page. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Save changes. And without too much fuss, it gives us a new format which reduces the scroll of death. So I'll turn my editing off. So now I get a very reduced screen. All the items within that section have been removed. I get a little summary down below each topic. So there's 7 files in topic 1, there's 8 in topic 2, there's 9 and 3, so on and so forth. And I can click into a topic, so I've clicked into topic 1, and it reveals that content within that topic.
Oh, fantastic.
On the right and left side, you'll get navigation links to the next topic. So this is the topic 2, okay? Topic 3, so on and so forth. And I can go back to the previous topic on the other side, you see there.
Wow, yeah,
And
that's cool.
if I need to get to the kind of index page, I just click on this one here in the middle, and that brings me back to this page. So I can scroll and go to where I want to go to.
Brilliant.
So, you know, with a little bit of retweaking with your course, like if I was to look at this particular course, I'd probably get rid of this blue stuff. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just quickly show you. So I'll just get rid of this. I just think it's...
Is that just the background?
This is just a blue box, a table with blue background.
Right.
I'll just get rid of that one. Meta, it's just a matter of changing that setting in your edit settings, but you might just want to retweak things so that it works better in that format. Come and talk to me. Yeah.
Okay.
But you can see in topic 1, I've got rid of the blue stuff.
Yeah.
and it's made the page a lot shorter. So if I went through and got rid of all the blue banners,
Yeah.
you can imagine the page would come up quite short. And
Okay.
it really reduced the scrolling. It would be easy for people to get in and out and around the course. So it's just a nice little update. And I think we'll be seeing more course formats coming up shortly. So I'm going to race ahead now, because I know that it's 2 minutes to 11. That hour went very fast. And that's more or less the topics I want to highlight today. There's one or two others in there, and there's actually a few more as well that we haven't included on this list, but you'll probably find them as you start using Moodle 2. So the idea is for you to access the training server. Remember, it's on the intranet. I'll show you where that is again. On the intranet, and under this link here, Moodle 2.3 training server. Get in there, log yourself in, and if I should have done that. Well, Dan, can our offsite tutors access to? Yes, they can, Rachel. As long as they use a 50-day account, so that the same account they've used to log into a computer. If they don't, just send us a list and we'll set them up with accounts that they can do that. Great. So this will be happening on Monday. Our production site will be all go on Monday. Look, I'll just show you. If I go in as Helen Boren, just so that you can, I bring up a screen that's similar to what you'll see when you log into the training server. And I've got a special ability to take on other people's roles, so now it fits on Helen, right?
It's a bit scary, Dan.
It's a little bit scary. But when you get in there, you'll see it. The home page will look like this. What's new in Moodle 2.3? This is the old Moodle 2 course that was there. That'll still be there if you've done that one as well. And you've got a couple of sandpits as well. So in these sandpits, you can go and play around and experiment using Moodle 2.3. And clicking on here will take you to the course, and you can just work your way through it. Okay? So that's more or less the session today. Before you go, how about we just start at the top and just have a word from each of you. What sort of resonates with you right now? What do you think will help you with these new features? So how about we start at the top with Anna?
Oh, with me?
Yeah, you're at the top of my list at the moment.
Yes, that's very, .com there. I think this whole thing is just absolutely fantastic, and I will definitely be choosing that very last thing that you showed us just before about being able to minimise the scrolling, scroller death. Yeah, that looks really, really good. Actually, everything. The drag and drop, fantastic. I'll be using that most definitely.
Right.
Everything that you've just shown us here, Dan, is a vast improvement to what we were able to do with the old Moodle. So, thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
All right, that's me. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to chime in? Maybe two or three others?
It's Bernie here. That's brilliant. I mean, just the usability. It's probably one of those things, where I referenced to it. Using a lot more is probably what stopped me is going, I just have to go through and do that, and then I have to do that, and then that, and it's just, I'll just do what we've always done. So, and there's a couple of things, it's going to be far easier to explore. Yep.
Great.
Thank you very much. Brilliant.
Thank you, Bernie. Anyone else?
Hi, Norma Linda here. I think the one thing I found Moodle to be was time consuming, so I'm looking forward to the faster upload and setting it up and I will be in touch.
Great. Thanks, Linda.
Hi, Catherine here. I just want to say I really like this mode of learning as well at my desk.
Great. Yep. I'd appreciate getting some feedback from you. What I'm going to do is send a survey around to all of you. So if you don't mind, just give me some feedback and let me know how you felt this experience was for you. Certainly an area we want to do more of next year. Is anyone else who's got a last word to say?
Thank you, Dan. It's Mira. It's been fantastic to see the new future. I'm looking forward to work and use more of the Moodle in the near future. Thank you. I'd like to be part of it, like when it's on again. I like the online learning as well. It's great.
Cheers.
Hey Dan, Clinton, yeah?
Clinton.
Hey, good job, mate. Good presentation. Well done.
Thank you. Okay, if there's no one else there who'd like to say anything, it is 4 minutes past 11. So great to have you here all today, folks. As always, if you need additional help and support, feel free to give us a call in online learning. Thank you. And I'll make this presentation available on that Moodle site. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers.
Everyone, bye.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.